Yo, 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 what's happening? What's happening? It's your boy MHPZ. Please believe me, we in this piece. All right. Um, this is my say whatever I want to get real crazy channel right here. Um, I was watching Power and watching how the women in Power move. It shows you a lot of what's going on right now, man. Women need guidance, and you need it from a man. And if you're not getting it from an earthly man, you should be getting it direct from God until God sends you a man to cover you and give you that direction. Y'all need that direction. That direction is missing, and it is shown in what's lacking. It's shown in the men that's being produced. The funny thing is, women are complaining about men, but they're men that aren't raised by men. They're men that are raised by women. You all are creating a product that you do not like. It's unbelievable. How can you complain about a product that you created? Y'all was so screaming this independent woman thing. I don't need a man, and then you raise these sassy boys, these emotional men that want to kill things because if a woman had a gun in her hand and things happen, way more women would be in jail because they would blow a Negro's brains out off of I'm mad he just cheated on me and regret it later because women do that. They move in an emotional state and regret it later. Men that don't have the proper discipline and the proper guidance move in feminine natures, and that's why we have so much killing now. Because manly nature says, "I want to fight you. I want to knuckle up. I want to show you that you're not more man than me, and I'll beat your ass anytime." So make sure that you respect me because I will put hands on you and I'll embarrass you in front of these people. Or if it ain't no people, I'm just gonna whoop your ass and you're gonna be embarrassed. But now Negroes get mad at each other, shoot like fighting isn't even an option. You better be waiting and ready for this Negro to come retaliate and try to shoot you. It's messed up, it's sad, but it's real. It's what's going on. And it's like, how do we combat this? How do we get away from this? You got to get men back in the home. Women got to humble themselves and recognize your mama didn't know what the hell she was doing. Your mama ain't nobody to look up to. Start realizing, man, your mama ain't shit. If we can start understanding that, like it's okay to love your mother. You're supposed to love your mother. But the only way that you can evolve past your circumstances is the realization that if your people ain't shit, that your people ain't shit. See, the people that stay in their circumstances because they think they people is the shit. They think they drug dealing cousin is that dude. They think the BDGD brother, I want to be like him. I want to grow up to be Big Mike. Big Mike produced the Wooski. Big Mike produced the King Von. And these kids, look at Dirk. These people, they were chasing their dads that wasn't even around that's in jail. They chasing, they chasing that legacy. And we don't want to talk about not knowing no better. I mean, you know that it is the trick of the enemy, and we are just falling for it. Look at Lil Durk. You got all this money, and you still ain't evolved past talking about killing folks. You still ain't evolved past it. It's still the same thing it was yesterday because that's what makes money. He and I love J. Cole, but J. Cole, I think J. Cole is misguided thinking he can be a savior for these dudes, but they're using you. You have a positive image, so you can say positive things. And if you're on a track with somebody else, people accept that positivity as, oh, they try and change. They like to try and do something better because they got with J. Cole. And then that don't be the case. They really be out here still doing the same stuff, still thugging and pugging, as my daddy say, sweeter than bear meat. It's like, man, I be wanting to get on the guys, but the women is so outlandishly out there. It's like the guys is coming along. I don't really need to say nothing to the dudes, but see, this is man's nature. When we know that we're failing, we don't want to continue to fail. You're not gonna see majority of men in the world all of a sudden become couch potatoes like your son, be tatted up to their neck. And this is really what's blowing me. And this is what really has shown me that women can't run a household. Why are all you all's kids tatted up and they wearing their pants past they cock? They doing it in your house. They walking around you as a female with their pants sagging and you ain't kicking them in their behind. My son show a little bit of underwear. I'm ready to kill something. I'm like, you doing that on purpose or your pants need a belt? Oh, okay. Bet them up. Get that belt, nigga. Get that belt. It's like, why is your son 17 tatted up in his face and all the way up his neck? He is signed over to the devil. What do you like, guys? Come on. Like, okay, tattoos ain't as big a thing as they were before. But I don't care what you say, man. Unless you start your own business, you will not go up any corporate ladders. They not gonna make you the manager at Walmart. None of that stuff. Tatted up to your freaking face. They gonna keep you in the back stock room and in the overnights. And every job where you come in to apply, that's all they will ever see you as. And when you get ready to apply for other stuff, they gonna laugh at your son. They gonna laugh at him. They gonna say, "Who is this crazy nutcase?" And he could totally be sane, but he got a little something wrong with him that he thought, "Oh, I want to have this little pretty boy image and had a little teardrop underneath my eye, and I'm gonna have my whole Adam's apple and everything just straight tatted up to the gills. And I'm just gonna be super tatted." It's like it don't make sense. It's like for me, people say that they want a certain thing for their children. And I'm just looking at these kids like how they gonna get it. You don't sit down and talk to your daughter and tell her how bad being a single mother is. So then you create another one and another one and another one. Man's women out here get great grands before the age of 60. That is not cool. It's not cute nor funny. I'm sick of it. Like, why are you still having teenage pregnancy? These kids got more opportunities than ever to not have a baby, and they still getting pregnant as a teenager with dudes that's bums out here thugging it. And half these moms, they gotta blame themselves. You letting the old boy come over, you letting them be there when you're not there, you letting them go in the room and close the door, and then wonder why your daughter pregnant or wonder why your son got somebody pregnant. The ignorance is abundant. It's like we no longer want to admit that there are certain things and certain decisions that influence what is going on that has become regular and become the trend. And it's basically a matter of we're not stopping the cycle. We won't work to stop it. We just keep on perpetuating it, keep on moving it forward, passing it down to the next generation. But when you do it different, you pass something different down to the next generation. We passing down hard work, dedication. We passing down um, believing in Jesus, trusting God, and knowing that He is in control, and that in the end, our whole goal is to please Him. Are we perfect? No. Like I told my son, things I picked up, habits that I formed, is from all decisions and the environment I was in, and accepting certain things, and just deciding like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna roll with that. But it was always my decision. I explained to him like I can't never sit here and try to act like because I'm not that type of person. If I did it, it's because I wanted to do it. If I ain't do it, because I ain't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like I could have, I could have snorted some cocaine. I ain't want to snort no cocaine, so I ain't snorting no cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Man, I could have been heavy, heavy, heavy on the game banging. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I knew wanted more. I knew I wanted to get up out of the hood. I knew I didn't want no record. I knew I didn't want no babies. Like, man, y'all, I realized that people have had some real extensive, crazy sexual experiences uh by the time they're 25. Just that span from teenager to 25. And people out here just raw dogging chicks and stuff, and I just could not do it. Like I could not and I was scared of AIDS too, man. We had an AIDS outbreak at the high school. If you was from Baywood, I was like, oh no, she might have that package. It's like I wouldn't put my dingling next to it without no condom at all. I could not do it. I could not do it. And I realized, like, man, people's out here just wow. People be out here just wilding. I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm like, man, it's a different thing to have that mentality with a lack of recognition of your mortality. Because when you have a lack of that recognition, the ways that you could move, the things that you're willing to do is unbounded. But it's like you not trying to die early, and I'm not trying to die and go to hell. I believe in hell. I believe in heaven. That's not a fear thing. That's just, man, this is what I want my life to be. You know what I'm saying? I love God, I reverence him, and I want that to be where I end up at the end. But I digress. The thing about it is we gotta get together. We have to start working back together. We have to start understanding that 1 plus 1 equals 2. Women have to start understanding that you got to stop letting these men get to be 30 and then you come in and you aren't evenly matching him on everything and expect him to be a provider. It's just not going to work out that way because when you come in and you're both well established in your lives and you're not building your lives together, it's hard to assimilate. It's always going to kind of be like a separate thing. And he's going to kind of feel more that way because he had to work hard to get here. And if in the 30 years of your life, you don't have any finances to bring to the table to help ease the burden that he's been shouldering himself already, I mean, you just look like another bill. And guys, I was explaining to my daughter, she went to the ball, it's some sweats, regular smuggler. She said she got more attention than she do when she dressed up. And I sat down and explained it to her. Very simple, baby. When you are dressed up, you got lashes on and all this other crazy stuff, you look like a bill. You look like a bill because if I get with you and you like to look a certain way, you got your nails, hands and toes, you got weave, you got lashes, you got makeup. Eventually, somebody's probably gonna ask me to take over that bill and maintain them things for them. And if I don't want to do that, I'm looking straight past you. You don't look appealing. That's how I was explaining to her. You don't look appealing. You do not look appealing at all. So you have to understand that men are very simple. It's like we looking at you and we saying, okay, she down to earth. Like even if you were to come out to a date and you got all this stuff on, we at least know that you can switch it up and you're not obsessed with that look. I find it very disturbing, and I think that women have to reevaluate your, like you say you love yourself, but I don't think you understand what that is, and you won't understand what that is until you really get in God. Because when you get in God, then you'll know you and who you really are, and you'll be able to love who you really are, who God made you to be. Because if you're putting on lashes and weave and makeup every day you're walking out the house with a mask on. We're not seeing the real, true you. The I just woke up, rolled outside of the bed, I'm relaxing and chilling. And men also look at that too. They look at that. They're not seeing the real you. I don't know who she really is. And do I want to take the time to peel back the layers? And a lot of times when women have a lot of that stuff on, we also look at that you're trying to cover up something. Like I'm not saying like blemishes, but I'm saying on the outward, I'm saying internally, it's like you look so good, but what's the catch? And it's always the catch. I mean, look at Holly Berry. She can't keep a man. Look at all the most like women have to start asking themselves, why are all some of what you consider to be some of the most beautiful women in the world, why are they single? They should have no problem getting a man. It should be very easy for them, right? Why are they single? Because being pretty has a certain responsibility and it comes with certain perks and it comes with a certain um mentality that when not grounded, it will go out of control. It'll take you out of control. You know what I'm saying? And make you think that you're more than you are, and that you're something that should be, you know, be held and adored and paid for and pampered. And you get so into your looks and what that give you, but you always at the mercy of somebody else having to give it to you. That's why beauty and brains is an unmatched combo because then you can't be stopped. You're beautiful, so that's gonna get you indoors, but then you smart too, so you have value. You still have to have value. You have to have intelligence. You can't just be beautiful. You have to be able to. If I have a problem and I come to you, like you should be able to brainstorm and give some kind of, you know, saying advice or add something or be able to say something that makes sense that would um, encourage me or give me something. Um, you know what I'm saying? So it's and when you have social media and women get on there and it's just like just constant worship almost and adoring of these guys that are like your fans, you know. And so it's just like it's hard to tell a woman she needs to do something else besides just that because everything is being fed and she's got money. But then those women always end up with finally letting one guy busting him, have his baby, and then he ain't nothing but at least they hit the jackpot and they got the decent child support. So they living in 2 bedroom apartment, steady taking pictures online, ain't really working, barely making it, just looking for the next dude that's gonna take them on a trip. It's like we gotta get away from this. But it's just a little test run. I ain't been on YouTube in a minute and I gotta put some more content out here. So I'm just doing this little chop up, see what I got here. But y'all be cool out there, man. Stay safe. Be blessed. Peasy. I'm out.